Okay. Okay.
Greetings, peace and power, peace and light. Welcome to another episode of Vocal Dialect Podcast. I am Knowledge Born 7, 360 degrees of the cipher. I'm here with my partner in crime, Kinwato Akia. We also have none other than the general of the Street Law Soldiers, Tshaka Sankofa, as well as our other brother from the Street Law Soldiers, Gerald Moore. Our guest will be in shortly. Apologize for being late tonight, family. But we have a special guest for you guys coming on. And we just thank you guys, you know what I'm saying, for checking us out. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Vokal Dialect YouTube channel. We're on the road to 500. So we getting there slowly but surely. But we're on the road to 500. And we're going to start the show. I appreciate everybody who tune in weekly, faithfully. We really appreciate y'all support.
Our special guest tonight is Huey P Newton's son, which is Rico Cortez Dukes. And Rico Cortez Dukes is a public figure. He's the biological son of Dr. Huey P Newton, co-founder of the Black Panther Party. He also gained a lot of attention through online platforms, particularly on his outspoken videos and controversial events or current events. Duke himself refers to himself as commander of the Black Panther Party Cubs, an organization which says he continues the legacy of the original Black Panthers. So that's going to be our special guest tonight. He's running a little bit late, but what we're going to do to the meantime is, if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to call in, go ahead, Ken. Give them the number for the call in.
Ken stepped off for a moment.
Yeah, the call number 202-417.
No. 202-294-7831 tonight.
Okay, tell them again, Sean.
202-294-7831. That's the call-in number for tonight, and specifically tonight only.
You know they're going to call that number again during the time you're doing your podcast.
Okay, yeah, I just talked with Brother Rico. He should be coming in.
There you go. The brother in.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Hey, brother, how's it going?
I'm all right, man. How y'all day is, man? How's y'all Wednesday today, man? Sorry for being late, man. I was trying to take care of some stuff with my company for this contract, man.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
here now.
So, I had actually I've been following Brother Rico for quite some time, and just like we always do, we always kind of look at people and follow them for a period of time and deem whether they're worthy, whether they're solid, whether they fit the mold to be labeled among the ranks of our revolutionary heroes and sheroes of today. And I began communicating with this brother through social media, and he's always been solid and very powerful force. And what makes Rico a stand-up individual, because he, like Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., they follow those gigantic footprints of their fathers. So that's triumphant, and that's monumental, and it shows commitment to continue the legacy and continue to follow the blueprint that those great men laid down. And it's a blessing that they gave birth to these two gentlemen, to continue on the legacy that they and them themselves, like us all, we had our challenges, and we had to go through the ranks of various phases of our journey to get to this point. So, Brother Rico is very, very powerful. He reminds me of me because, he says he flat out just say this shit like it's supposed to be said, and um, it's an undiluted delivery that he always gives, and as raw, the raw, ugly truth is what is imperative and vital at this time in our journey in the crisis and state that we're in. So I'm gonna allow that brother to go ahead and do his thing and give him the floor. And once again, anybody wanting to call in, the number is 202-294-7831. Even if you have any questions for brother Rico, um, once again, the number is 202-294-7831. And be mindful and allow this brother, to share his energy and drop his gems, on our audience.
Hello to all the listeners that's out there across the world, across the country, and across the nation. I'm gonna start off by saying y'all already know who I am. All power to the people, first of all. All power to the people.
Yes,
All
sir.
power to the people.
That's right.
We are the only true power. It's been many great people that have came before us that have fought and perished from this same fight. It's left up to us to take up the torch. It's left up to people like me, like him, like all the revolutionaries you see to take the torch up. We can no longer sit around idly and say that this don't affect us, this don't bother us. We see what Trump is doing right now. He has divided the nation, and we see exactly what it is. It's no time for us to be sitting around bickering with each other when we should be uniting and coming together to cause actions and great actions across this country for our freedom and our safety and our survival. In 2020, I founded a government, an independent federal government, sovereign government called They Fear Truth Federal Government of America, what you see right there. House Senate ID number 4011099639. That means that we have the power now to lobby to Congress on our behalf to pass laws for us and our government and our people that's aligned with us. Never in history, besides the Indian nation, never in history have there ever been another independent government not under the power or authority of the United States government right here in America. Never has that happened, but now. Do you think that was a coincidence, or do you think that the powers that be, they got to submit to what's written? When I say what's written, I mean written by divine law, the creator. What you see today going on, this ain't a mistake. All this you see going on, all these wars, how Trump invading the country, how he doing this here, all these things must take place. Now we got to do our part. What is our part? To stand and fight by any means necessary, even if that means your freedom or your life. What about your grandkids or your children or your grandkids that's gonna come behind? If we're gonna try to survive and be prosperous with surviving, then it's left up to us to take this torch and stand today. And for today and for now on. We can no longer sit around and holler, this don't affect me. I'm repeating this again because a lot of people tend to think that what they see don't affect them. Now everybody want to be with the movement. Everybody want to be a part of something. When all revolutionaries been telling people we need to join together, we need to unite, we need to do this, we need to do this here. Now it's no time for no more playing. No time for no more playing, no time for no cowards, no time for no, I don't know if we can use profanity on here, but I'm going to go past the profanity. I ain't gonna
Go ahead. You can.
Talk, brother, man.
Go ahead.
No more time for coward, pussy, bitch motherfuckers. No more time to be holding phone recorders, recording while your brother is getting beat by a white supremacist or by the police force. No more time for that. If they won't give us peace, then we should take this peace then. If they won't give us justice, then we should take our justice. If they won't give us reparations, then we take our reparations then, by any means necessary. It don't look like it's getting no better to me. Trump said, make America great again. When have it ever been great for us? When? Who was he talking about? He damn sure wasn't talking about us. So now you know he's not talking about us. All the states that he's invading in is black cities. 85, 90% majority of black cities that he invading in. What we gonna do about it? Well, Rico, we can't fight. We can't do this here. The first rule we got to do, we got to unite. How do we unite? We learn how to come together and understand and have a disagreement without talking about, I want to pull up on you and shoot you up, or you don't know what you did. All that there is irrelevant. We need resources, actions, and revolutions. What is resources, Rico? Land, houses, businesses, water resources, gas, whatever resource you got, education resources, schools. This is what we need. We can no longer play along with Pharaoh. It's time for us to leave Pharaoh. Leave him. Fuck him. We build our own nation. We build our own nation. We take care of our own and we protect our own. Who can stop us? And if they try to stop us for providing for ourselves, protecting for ourselves, educating ourselves, and coming in unity, then they deserve war. They deserve that. Because it will be clearly known and shown that you do not want the people to rise to be able to take care of themselves, protect themselves, and provide for themselves. If we can't do those three things, we are children. I'm 46 years old. I've been taking care of myself for a long time. But now I'm talking about on a big scale with us, the people, because I can't do it alone. Tshaka can't do it alone. Malik Shabazz can't do it alone. My father, Dr. Huey P Newton, he couldn't do it alone. It takes a collective of us. It takes a collective of us to make this happen. If we don't come together, then we should not complain and cry about the consequences and the results that's going to come to us. And that's coming to us. I sit around and I see so much people recording with videos while people getting beat up, but this, that, and that. And I see this here and I say, I hear the people in the background. I don't worry, I got it on record. You got it on record. You're supposed to be upside that motherfucker head. What you mean you got it on record? Yeah. Let me show y'all something. I ain't gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you this here. In every state across the United States of America, every state across the United States of America, you can arrest a police officer when you witness him doing wrong in your eyesight. What do that mean, Rico? So you saying we can just go and arrest this person if we see him jumping on somebody and that person just coming out the store and then he just jump on? Yes, you can go and arrest him. The question is, do you got the heart to do it? Do you got the heart to do it? They put this shit in black and white law for you, but yet you still ain't got the heart to stand up. You still ain't got the heart to stand up. They shot me 9 times, left 23 gunshot holes in me, November the 26th, 2010. Before I knew I was Huey Newton's son. They tried to murder me so I would never find this out, so y'all would never see what you see happening today. When I say what you see happening today, they feel true federal government. I wasn't supposed to never be here to tell you that I was Huey's son. You weren't supposed to ever knew that Huey P Newton had a son. Never. You weren't supposed to never knew that. You know why? Because they tried to off me. When I say off me, they tried to murder me. I'm not just speaking just to be talking. And what I'm speaking is all public information listed inside federal websites and everything, court documents, everything. So if they did this to me, if they did this to my father, if they did this to Martin Luther King, if they did this to Malcolm X, what do we supposed to do? Do we curl up and lay down like bitches? Or do we stand up and fight like men and women with honor and dignity amongst our own peoples? We have to come together. If you don't come together with the person next door to you, come together with the person on the next block from you. Come together as many as we can to unite and fight for our survival. You don't have to believe nothing that I'm saying. You don't have to listen at the words for them words to motivate you. All you got to do is look around on your news station every day. If you don't believe it, go to one of these cities that you see this going on in and see for yourself. Stop hollering about, oh, I got a job, I got to do this. As you see clearly, they didn't took the freedom of speech away from you. If you say fuck Charlie Kirk, and I'm saying it, fuck Charlie Kirk. Wasn't nobody hollering talking about passing no laws when all people was murdered. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Fuck the Trump administration. Fuck Mac. I stand for my people. I'm willing to stand and die for my people and what's right. Many ain't willing to say that, and many ain't willing to do that. But I think with my actions and my works have proved it. I took a lot of ridicule. I took a lot of humiliation from a lot of people and a lot of different things to be where I'm at right now. A lot of people told me that I was lying, that I was Huey's son. Why on earth would I say I'm his son and endure all of his heartaches? Why? Ain't nothing in that there. Who in their right mind would want to say that they are the child of a man that the U.S. government assassinated and killed many of his peoples that was in his organization? Who would want to bear that burden? Who, if it's not true? Who would want to bear that burden? But I have no choice but to bear that burden. So I'm here to tell the people today, stand with me. Stand with other revolutionaries that you see in your city, in your state, and be willing to put your freedom and your life on the line, because that's what it's going to take for true change. And I'm going to rest and let the host take the flow from y'all.
Okay. One of the things that I don't know why they would dispute that you Huey's son. That's clearly, you can clearly see that. And one of the things that stuck to me that your father said, and I be telling people this all the time, is that, he always said, arm yourself or harm yourself. And I tell people all the time, this shit is going to end in bloodshed. I don't care. We didn't try every other way to try to elude dealing with this motherfucker. It's no other way. There's no other way. People talking about they Moors and they indigenous, they Indians, all of this type of stuff, man. These people don't care nothing about that, man. Only way that we're gonna get it is like they got it from us. Take it. And that's what they're gonna do. You can go to Congress, you can yell and scream, kick, and you can be absolutely correct. And they're gonna say, you're right. All this paperwork is correct. All this historical documentation is correct. So what? So what? Take it. Take it. And that's how it's going to be. And see what they've done. They've tranquilized us. They sexualized us. They've feminized these punks. They have turned our women out. Materialism has become the god, and they have sports, entertainment, movies, drill music. All of these things have hypnotized us and have derailed us from our divine mission. And we're going to have to straight up, and I say this all the time on these lives, and people always come, nigger preachers, and everybody always come with some type of alternative than bloodshed, because we don't want to make the ultimate sacrifice for the future generations.
And I want to add something. If I can, Tshaka, I want to add something to what you just said. Like, let me show the people in the audience how stupid and how in fear that the system see or feel that we are. Every murder Not every murder, every hung murder. When I say hung murder, I'm talking about black men that's been hung by a tree with a rope around their neck. Let me tell you what the FBI say, and this is public information. The FBI say no foul play. Well, how the fuck do these people get hung up in these trees?
For real.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no foul play, so you telling me this man, all these people that went up these trees and hung themselves, and there's no foul play. So let me tell you why they won't tell you the truth. Because they in fear for you that you're going to stand up. If they came out and told you that this was white supremacists hanging these people, what you the people would do? You going to stand up. They trying to protect themselves, not you. They trying to protect themselves, not you. You wonder why you never get the truth. Because they afraid of you. Why would you tell the person that you afraid the truth, knowing that you're going to get repercussions and results from that? Why? Why? We no longer should ask them for questions. It's not illegal for you to investigate a crime. It's not illegal for you to investigate a crime. It's not illegal for you to go down to the police department and file paperwork and tell them to release the video. If they don't release the video, then we come with actions. This is what the Panthers are supposed to do. This is what they was doing in 1966. When I went to Oakland, California, it was a nursing school. I think it was a nursing school or a doctor school. It was one of the school for medicine. And they wouldn't let the black people in there to this school. My daddy and the Panthers went to this school and told them if they don't let black people in this school to get an education, then they will burn it down. Guess what happened? Blacks was enrolled in that school. It takes actions for us. When I say you got to be willing to risk your freedom or your life, you don't think that they were willing to risk their freedom to burn that school down if it didn't happen? They knew the consequences. These people fought and died for us to sit on our ass and do nothing but video and record.
Yep. Yep. I always say that.
The greatest threat from the Black Panther Party, I'm telling you today, is written in public documents. The greatest threat of the Black Panther Party was self-defense of 1966. It wasn't the guns. It wasn't because it was a lot of them in every state and this, that, and the other. It wasn't because they was talking to the people. You know what the greatest threat was? The greatest threat was the free breakfast program.
Yep.
The free breakfast program. So you trying to tell me that the United States government, with all these multi-millions and billions and trillions of dollars, was afraid of an organization because they was feeding the community. How was they feeding that community, Rico? How did they do it? How did they do it? You won't know these things unless you go to Oakland and talk to real Panthers. Panthers learned how to file and write grants. They took those grants. Grants are things you don't have to pay back. Loans are what you have to pay back. They learned to know and figured out how to write grants. They had a woman come through. I forget this woman's name that they told me. The woman came through and taught majority of the head Panthers, the leaders of the Panthers, how to do grants. This is how they came with all that money to fund themselves. How was they funding them at first, Rico? They was pimping hoes, they was robbing drug dealers, and it's starting liquor stores and things.
Hey, how long, Malik?
You don't want to.
How long? I'm gonna cut you off, brother. A brother trying to call in. Hey, Shaka, say that number again so I can pin it to the top because my lease said the phone wants you the voicemail.
Okay. 202.
All right.
294.
294.
78.
Hold on.
31.
294. 78.
31.
31. Okay. Malik will be calling in. I'm gonna pin this number to the top of the live feed.
If somebody in the audience asks, why is he hollering? because of
Nah,
the
you know.
Nah, man, you all
Nah,
right,
no,
man.
they
This is
not.
what we do.
Good,
No, they
man.
not.
I'm
That's
frustrated with coward
that's just
revolution.
fine.
I'm
Right.
frustrated with coward revolutionaries.
That's
I'm
right.
frustrated with fake
Right.
ass organizations. You tote guns and hold pictures, but yet you never give no actions. When the camera
Yeah.
leave, you gone. You
Yeah.
say that you went there to protect his family, but when the
Yeah.
camera left, they was gone. But the family there left stuck with no protection. I'm sick of that. It's time for
Right.
us, if we gonna do this here, we gonna do it right.
And
We
brother,
gonna
they've
do
been
it
doing
right,
that
and
for
it's gonna go
years.
down in history.
Brother, we always talk about that. They've been doing that for years, man. Years. Photo opping and stuff playing. The
That's what you
original
call
Panther Party wasn't about that, man.
my daddy say, he said a coward revolutionary is a person that try to hype the people up to do things when they themselves supposed to be doing the very things that they're trying to hype the people up. People, you say, not y'all, I'm just using this here for example in general.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the audience might say, well, Rico, you trying to hype us up? Have I not did the things that could get me killed? Do you not think saying and proving that it's another federal government here, right here, do you not think that could get me murdered? Do you not think I have stepped, do you not think that is not stepping on their toes? Do you not think me winning in federal court, that courts lack subject matter jurisdiction that they publish? Do you not think that can get me killed? I'm teaching you for free that might cost me my life.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna let you. Yeah, I had to call you. Okay, go ahead. Come on, Malik. You got a call, Rico. Go ahead, Malik.
Rico, how you doing, man? This is Brother Malik Abdul Muhammad. I am the proud West Coast representative under the leadership of Tshaka Sankofa and Gerald Moore of the Street Law Soldiers out of West Oakland, California. And me and you have met in West Oakland, across the street from the furniture store at a hotel that's being remodeled. We talked, and I talked to you on one of your lives.
Are you talking about the Moore Hotel? That's
Yes,
that's
sir.
gonna be
Yes, sir.
yeah. I got
Yes,
ownership
sir.
in there with
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Tony Butts.
That's my cousin, Big Heart. That's doing.
I got co-ownership.
Awesome.
I got co-ownership in there with Mr. Tony Butts. We actually they supposed to be already doing construction and stuff now. I was up there, and we're trying to raise funds for it because there's a lot of work that's gonna have to be done today.
Absolutely. So you're talking to also a junior Panther. I just want you to know that I am proud to have the opportunity to speak to you with the listening audience, and the panel knows, and the other listening audience knows. I talk about your father, the Panthers, how they got down, because I was blessed to spend time with your dad throughout the city of Oakland as a junior Panther, especially at the Infirmary Park, which we renamed Little Bobby Hutton Park. And brother,
I love that park. I spoke at that park.
Everything that you are talking about, every gentleman on this panel will tell you. No one talks about Huey and the Panthers more than I do because of the influence that your father had on my life. Matter of fact, I always address him as my very first revolutionary teacher. So, brother, you see who I'm connected with. You hear the history I have with your father, the Panthers in West Oakland, everything you saying. And I keep telling people all the time, and you have said it, I'm just going to say it different, Brother Rico. We are not the same because
right.
Dr. Huey P Newton. And everybody on that will tell you, I say this all the time. I go on speak across different shows all the time. And every time I bring up my past, I cannot bring up my past in West Oakland. My first home literally blocks away from the very first chapter ever opened for the new Black Panthers. Okay? I am a proud West Oakland rep. I am a proud Junior Panther under the leader, teachers, and guidance of the Honorable Dr. Huey Percy Newton. And Huey Newton was no joke. Huey Newton didn't do all of this going and buy bullets and all this shooting these $2 ass gun clubs and all that do now. Huey Newton and the Panthers did very little practicing, but they shot at everybody, including the police. So I just want you to know, brother, I am honored to have you on this show, to be able to speak with you and let the people know that everything you are saying is the truth, because I am a student of the Honorable Dr. Huey Percy Newton. I follow you on Facebook, brother. I told you where we met at. You called it out, the hotel. I know about you investing in it and what we're trying to do. That's my big cousin you met doing the work, the contractor that also got me into being a licensed contractor.
I wasn't going to tell nobody.
And by the way, in closing, I'm also a certified grant writer, licensed in 3 states, California, Georgia, and Florida. Peace, love, and light, brother. Black power.
Peace, love, and light. All power to the people.
I got you in my picture, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak with you. And the panel should be honored to have you on the guest, and the listening audience should be honored to question you, to talk to you, and to hear your presence. Love you, brother, because I loved your dad, and your father will always, always, always be a part of me, because he was my absolute first revolutionary teacher. And brothers and sisters, Dr. Huey Percy Newton was no joke. Black power.
All power to the people. They don't. A lot of people never heard or don't know nothing about the lamppost. I've been teaching people about the lamppost, but I learned about it when I went to Oakland. The lamppost, for those who don't know what the lamppost was the Panthers, one of the Panthers' main club hangouts. And I'm just gonna put it to you like this: they had 5 mop buckets, and each mop bucket they had to go buy a mop every week because the mop was so full of blood. So the lamppost was the Panthers' havens. The lamppost was the disciplinary. When you got discipline, when you did things like if you handled firearms and your gun accidentally went off, you're gonna have some Panther brothers that's gonna come visit you, and you're gonna be disciplined about that. Them, you might get your jaw broke, you might get just whooped real good, but you gonna know that you can't be having miss errors like that. In today's time, there is no disciplinary. There is no nothing. When it's like you, in order to have an organization, you got to have actions that's gonna require punishment when somebody messes up. So if you're an organization and you don't run to the police, what's your only way to get authority and order in your organization? You got to apply physical pain. If that just means whooping them, I'm telling you what's right. It's a lot of people that look like us that ain't us. I'm gonna say that again. There's a lot of people that look like us that ain't us. A lot of people black, but ain't black.
Right. Right. And this is what I've been saying for quite some time, man. I've been pushing this for 20 years about breakfast programs. You know, because we still continue to feed our people in the streets. But everything that you said just really brought confirmation to what I've been saying for the last 20 years. You know, I'm sick of these fake revolutionaries, nevolutionaries, you know, that are not going to do nothing. There never has been no goddamn gun battle with law enforcement since the 60s. You know, there hasn't been no straight up, you know, confrontation with law enforcement or any other white supremacist groups since the 60s. And when Nixon, Zbigniew Brzezinski, Noam Chomsky, and Henry Kissinger, when they came with the 60s, they put an agenda to put an end to an agenda to stop and prevent white genetic annihilation. And they said if they put it in and they neutralize the urban gorilla, which they're talking about the black male, the black youth, and the young black adults, then they will take control, over the black communities. And and as a result of us bullshitting, as a result of us trying to find other methods, as a result of these fake ass organizations doing photo ops with broke fucking guns and bullshitting, misleadership, which has put a bad taste in the people's mouths, because our people are looking for someone and groups and organizations to consolidate, but they have to be solid. We don't link up with any other organizations unless they're solid. Everybody is vetted. Everybody is thoroughly vetted, and your actions speak for itself. And I agree with everything that you're saying, man. Everything that you're doing, we've been pushing for so long, and now it's coming to.
The guy you just had up, I forget his name, but when you just had up, a lot of people thought that I was lying when I told them that I had co-ownership at a hotel. And,
he would be actually think he'd be lying, man.
Right on here, and I didn't know who he was. He just right on and said about the co-ownership. People think I just be talking, man. Like some people think I just be talking, bro.
That's crazy. Man, somebody had a question on this.
That's gonna be one of the Panthers. Yeah, that's gonna be the new headquarters for the Panthers. It's gonna be on the 3rd floor. We're gonna have the floor up on the 3rd floor for the Panthers. Everything else is gonna be the next couple of years, man. Y'all come through Oakland and check it out.
We coming.
It's gonna be
definitely coming.
Hey,
we definitely coming.
Hey,
but I think
hey, Shock, hold on. Somebody had a question traded where he had a statement for the I guess the question is where the brother Trey. He said, Brother Rico, are you aware that Huey has a niece?
Am I aware that he has a who?
Has a niece. I don't know why he has it. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a niece and a nephew. I got a cousin named David Newton. That's his nephew. That's my Uncle Melvin's son. Yeah, he got nieces and nephews.
Okay.
I don't know all of them. The only one that I ever just talk to all the time is David.
Yeah.
All the rest of them, I talked to David's sister one time, Tracy, but I talk to David all the time though, so I don't really just know the rest of them like that. They know about me, but I don't was talking to them personally now. I only talk to David.
Yeah. This Christopher DeWitt, he said, damn, this brother, he said, damn. He said he real glad to see you here, brother. He said real honored that you here on the show, brother. He one of our brothers, Street Life Soldier. Christopher DeWitt.
And it's a great honor to be amongst great honors and great revolutionaries.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to thank you, brother, for being so inspiring. And we don't get to see that often with people that's your age, because you're about as old as my daughter and my son. So when I hear that you talk the way that you talk, and I didn't get to know much about your father, and I was born in the 60s. When you said 66, I said, whoa, that's way too early for him to even know about that time, because I was 6 years old. But I was around to see a lot of carnage from what we see today. And I'm not proud of it, and I'm not afraid of it. And I don't mind when they're saying to die. We all gonna die sooner or later. Some of us gonna go to prison, some of us gonna die. And we already know that if you don't take that into consideration, it ain't no sense of living. And I heard somebody make this statement. They said that, you know what? They said that this here is some people's heaven, and where we're going at is some people's hell. And some people's hell is some people's heaven is where they're going, and this our hell. So we going through things, particularly with the oppression, the suppression, the continuous prejudice, racist stigma, and everything else only because of the color of our skin. And that organization that your father belonged to, that helped a lot. The free lunch program went through school because of that, because of what the Black Panthers organization did.
Right.
So
That's
you're right.
That's why they want to eliminate the brothers and sisters.
That's
Man, know
right.
our elders, our ancestors, because they were doing for the community. They don't like to see us do good, man. They don't like the air. I'm a Panther Cub too, brother.
Hold
So
on
my
a second. I'm
father,
gonna put you on.
I'm
Give
from
me a second.
Chicago. My
I'll let
father
you.
was the Panther in Chicago, man. So yeah, but they
Got a
don't like.
call.
Oh, we got a call.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
First off, the son of Huey P. Newton, Rico, it is an honor and a pleasure to meet a man, a brother of your caliber, and to meet the son of a great revolutionary. Huey P. Newton was a great man who wasn't afraid to challenge the government. He was not afraid to stand 10 toes down and die for what he believed in. Alongside Fred Hampton, alongside Mark Clark, and alongside Bobby Seale. He was a great brother. He was a great man. He wasn't afraid to die before he stand up his right. So it is an honor to hear the voice of the son of Huey P. Newton. Rico, it is an honor to see you and meet you on this live.
Likewise, it's an honor to be able to speak with you, other revolutionaries that see the vision and understand the goal. That's a great honor.
But Brother Rico, are you familiar of Huey P. Newton's niece, Nicole Goldberg? Are you familiar with her?
Meet who?
Nicole Goldberg.
Goldberg.
I ain't never heard of her. Who that is?
She claimed that she's the niece of Huey P. Newton. I mean, that's what she claims.
She claimed what?
She claims that she's the niece of Huey P. Newton. That's what she claims.
She the widow?
Yeah.
Did he say the widow?
The niece. The niece.
Oh, the niece.
Yeah.
Well, I tell everybody like this right here. Somebody got in touch with me one day and told me that they was my brother. I said, my brother? He said, yeah. I say who? He said he Frederica's son. That she don't want nobody to know about. So I don't knock nobody because I know how I found out my truth. So what I tell people now is, if that's what you feel, if that's what you think, my blood work is in the system. You can go to 23andMe Ancestry.com. You can go to Wicked Tree. You can go to Alameda Coroner's office. You can go to Highland Hospital, California. My blood work is on all of them there. So if you feel like that my daddy relative, all relative, then hey, if you are relative, then your blood work gonna match mine.
Yep.
Area. I heard that she's in a very racist environment. I think she's in Nevada. She's looking for help. But quite frankly, I would argue most black people don't even know who Huey P. Newton is. So for her to make a claim that bold as she needs Huey P. Newton is very astronomical, to say the least. And that's a big statement.
Now I know that my daddy got some nieces and nephews. Like I say, I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them. I know a few of them. I don't know all of them, but I only speak to one, which is David Newton. So I don't know all of them that might be some kin of. So I don't know him. I couldn't answer that there. So if I try to give you that answer, it'll be me lying. So I don't tell lies. So I can't give you that answer.
I mean, would you want to at her like as a friend on social media? I mean, she'll be happy like to see you and talk to you, you know.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, I'm most definitely with reaching out to my family if they my family. Yeah, I'm most definitely with it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just not gonna accept nobody because they say they my daddy people unless they got paperwork like I got. I had to go through a lot of paperwork, so anybody claiming that they our relatives that ain't already known, they got to go through all that paperwork too.
I had a question. Oh, he's still alive. I had a question just for everybody on the panel, because I was just thinking, how do we go to, like, for example, the civil rights movement, standing up for the people, the Panther Party, standing up for the people, You know, how did we go to real revolutionaries and people, you know, out here to fight for our communities to this now, today, what's going on? How did we get there?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you one basic role of how we got there. One is, and it's more than just one basic, but the one basic role was when they separated the household.
Right.
When they said back in my dad at them time, fathers were still in the household. They hadn't came with the welfare program. The welfare program was put together just for the times because they seen all the black people coming together, and the black household was too strong. And what kept the strong stability in the black household? The black man, right? So if the black man is removed out of the household, then what do that lead? That leads the black woman to try to raise or protect or provide for these children themselves. So when you have children growing up, especially males, when you have male children growing up and they growing up and around a household full of women, they tend to take on women tactics. You know, so a mother's not gonna teach her child to stand up against the police or be willing to lose their freedom for what's right or lose their life. They ain't gonna teach their child it, but a father will. So it's like we come to this era here because there is the children today have seen no real male role models. They have seen no type of stand-up type of men like back in Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and my dad's time. They ain't seen none of them. So it's hard to say, it's hard to tell a person to or want somebody to stand for this here when you done had the system for the last 50, 60, 70 years that was able to brainwash them, that was able to provide free resources for them. Like a lot of women will say that they independent, but they get all type of government assistance, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of men will say that they ballers when in fact they not.
Right.
Nobody wants to be what they truly are. And when you don't want to be what you truly are, how can you stand up to fight for others when you in denial of yourself or who you truly are?
Right.
If
Right.
you can't accept the fact that you ain't got but $100 and you got to figure out how to make this $100 work for the next week, and you portray like you got a big bankroll, then how can you lead or show anybody else something? You can't even be real and truthful with yourself.
Right.
So if in today's generation, we'll go shoot somebody that look like me or look like you or look like anybody that's like us on this panel. But any one of us on this panel can get beat down by the police. And very few people will step in and be willing to put their life or their freedom on the line to stop.
Right.
That comes from no male figure, no daddy figure, no big brother figure, no big uncle figure, no big granddaddy figure, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be a male in male's life in order to have a manly stand like it was back in 1966 and before then.
Right. Yep. Because when you look at it, when you go back to 65, 66, 67, you're talking the Vietnam War. And so that was part of the dismantling of the black family as well, because they literally snatched all the teenagers and young men out of their homes and sent them to war. They put them in, they made them into killers. A lot of them were college bound. A lot of them had trades and had plans on creating their own families. And so when they put them in Saigon and the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and they seen all that carnage, and as a coping mechanism to deal with that type of carnage, being teenagers and young men, they set up opium dens over in Saigon. When they seen how devastated that those young men came back home, and they saw what they used as a coping mechanism, they wanted to tranquilize the whole black community. And so, and then the Panthers was reaching this peak. They were really in their prime. And so they flooded the black community with cheap dope, cocaine, wine, alcohol, unemployment. And so it devastated, and that was part of the dismantlement of a lot of Panthers, of that
But also,
organization.
and General Shocking also, if you remember, they pitted the Panthers against each other. The government
Right.
done that. The
Yeah,
government
Jag,
done
who?
Well,
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
I want to stop you right there when you said that they put the Panthers against each other. And I want to clarify when I say this right here that yes, they in fact did send letters to the heads of the Panthers. They in fact did do that there. But
Right.
I don't fault the government for that there. I fault the Panthers for that there. Because why I fault the Panthers for that? Because you were supposed to be able to know your brother that was standing by you with it, putting his life on the line. You were supposed to be able to know that
That's right.
that ain't what that don't even sound like your country.
Sound like him.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
You
don't. I
right.
fault the government very little for that. There, I fault the Panthers morely so for that. There because the only way for them to be broke up is for them not to have trust in each other. So if the government could send a letter like that there, and y'all went for it, then y'all never really truly trusted each other.
exactly.
That's correct. That's correct.
And
100% correct.
once
You
again,
know
it
your
was
fellow
part of
companion, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, they dismantled and that was just dismantling of, it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't just Hoover and them sending those letters that made the disbursement of the organization. It was, all the other uh, things that took place with the drugs, the alcohol, the unemployment, the prison, and our people that have never actually recovered. However, what they did do, and this is what I always say on these lives, every time I do a live, we need to go after, first and foremost, those who look like us that are in political power, that are in positions, that are pushing the agenda of the globalists. I've been saying that for years. You can't get to the master's house. You can't get upstairs and slay him without getting them house niggas first. That's going to lay down their lives and die to protect masters. So this is the thing we got to eliminate in our mindset and in our psyche about, voting this black shit, and a lot of people that look like us are not in our best interest. They are the enforcers for the system of racism, white supremacy, and tyranny. And so those are the things. It's a process into, tearing down white supremacy because, like Rico said, they really fear us. They really the greatest threat they said was the unification, meaning Pan Africanism, where all 7 continents of melanated people link up. And like I always use an analogy, this is how powerful we are as a people. If every black man got up tomorrow and just linked on, every black man, nobody says the word, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to say that one word. If every black man just linked arms, they would not know what to do. It would be all on every news network. It would go global. That's how strong we are without even saying a goddamn word. So when we actually link up, and once again, when we're talking about these little organizations that are not solid, because there's a lot of them that we don't want to talk about, that we try to act like they solid. They are not fucking solid. They are not solid.
The new Black Panther Party is one of them.
Yeah. See,
I don't sugarcoat. I don't bite my tongue. The new Black Panther Party is one of them. Mike Payne Party up there in Virginia. The original Black Panther Party is a nud. A lot of these Huey P Newton gun clubs. It's a Huey P Newton gun club in Atlanta. They really do work. All the rest of them that I see, they ain't really about nothing, like talking about it, but other than gun range, going to the gun range shooting, and but it's one organization, and his name Chairman Paul in Philadelphia. He just reached out to me. I reached out to him. He reached back. We finna unite. I want anybody and everybody to hear what I'm saying. This young man up there in Philadelphia, he is really what the Panthers stood for. He is really in Philadelphia doing what the Panthers was doing.
And let me ask you something about the Huey P Newton, the Huey P Newton Gun Club is still down here in Atlanta.
Yeah, they still here.
They still here. They must have regrouped then.
The ones I'm talking about, they buy houses and refix them up and then put women with children and families in them. That's the one. I don't know if we're talking about the same one, but that's the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, we can't be talking about the same one.
He talking about, I think they're nonprofit.
They go buy old houses, fix them up.
Yeah, you talking about different.
If they charge rent for them, the rent be little or nothing for black mothers and kids and families in poverty and stuff. I respect that. I respect any organization that's really trying to do the work that the Panthers did. I don't expect no organization to do such big, great work like they did because they ain't got the money resources yet. I understand it, but all at the same time, whatever you do is gonna keep growing when it's genuine, real, and needed. Yeah. When it's not genuine, real, and ain't needed, it's gonna only grow for a phase, then it die.
Right.
You know, another thing.
Go ahead, Shaka.
That we tend to forget there could be an integral part into inspiring our youth. We need to showcase Bobby Hutton more to let some of these young people know how powerful Bobby Hutton was. You know, and I'm talking about this.
First Panther that they killed.
Yes, I'm talking
about Panther that the police killed.
Yep, 16 years old, man. And I'm talking about, man, he stood in front of police stations with shotguns. He went up in the state capitol.
Right.
Little kid, man. A little kid, you know. And I don't know what the integral details of what took place when him and Eldridge was in that house, you know, but Eldridge supposedly came out naked and Bobby Hutton came out with his clothes on and they executed Bobby Hutton at 16. But that should be somewhat of a you know, the epitome of strong black youth greatness, man. A lot of adults don't even know anything about little Bobby Hutton, man. And I encourage you to, you know, look him up, look his history up. You know, powerful.
I think it's some youngsters. I don't want to cut you off, Tshaka, but I think it's some youngsters in Tennessee, in Memphis, Tennessee, right now. And I put it on the news stories, all that there. They stole a National Guard tank, 2 of them, riding around in them.
Oh yeah, you sent that to me. You sent that to me.
Riding around. So it's like the younger generation, they got that fight. They just lacking the guidance. It's up to us to give them that guidance.
Mm-hmm.
They got that fight. The younger generation, that's who's gonna be our frontline soldiers, man.
Mm-hmm.
What I always say,
they really with it. They just don't have no guidance and nobody to teach them, to show them how to do it the right way.
Do it right, construct it correctly.
So they just out there wilding out. The best way they do it, they doing it.
Right. You guys go ahead and give your last remarks before we end the show.
Hey, brother Newton, they cut me off on everything what I wanted to just tell you though. But brother, I appreciate you, and I can say I love you because you're a brother. You look like me. And if anybody was ever to question that you're not in the image of your father, man, all they got to do is take a picture and put it right next to you. And I love your compassion. I love your compassion about how we should mobilize and organize to come together as a people, as we always keep saying on these platforms. But the only problem I have with it is that a lot of them are so sedated or under anesthesia that you can't get them to perform or to come together to do anything.
Them the ones you don't worry about.
Yeah, that's what I'm
getting ready to say. I'm hoping and
praying.
The army gonna be small, but it's gonna be strong.
Right, I got you. Hey, a little something is better than nothing at all.
Right.
You can make things happen.
The army might not be 1 million strong, but we able to take down 50 million.
So as I said, man, I thank you that you honored us with your presence and hope that you keep the fight amongst the younger generation to keep going.
All power to the people.
All power to the people, brother.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna go ahead.
Go ahead, brother Shaka.
No, I'm. You know, it's always a pleasure, man, and we will be uniting and linking up, man. This is not the first and last time that we're going to be linked up, man. We're going to do some consolidate. We have to actually, you know, compare
link
our
up in
resources.
person. Link up in person and get a real action started.
Right. Yeah, and then we can consolidate our resources, our ideas, our great minds, brothers and sisters who have divine energies and talents, and you know, and we can continue to move forward because it's about to go down, bro.
Indeed. Indeed. It's about to go down and it's right around the corner.
I'd like to say thank you, brother, for taking the time out your day, your busy schedule. So, you know, be at that online show. Anytime you want to come on, come on. We got love for you. Your family here. And also, I want to say out to the people that listen to us, subscribe to the show. We're on the road to 500. The road to 500. You can also catch us on Vokal Dialect on Facebook, IG, TikTok as well. So go and hit the subscribe button. And also, the General Tshaka Sankofa. Follow his Facebook page on Tshaka Sankofa. He comes on live during the evening times between 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So go to his page now and follow the General Tshaka Sankofa. And when this time you coming on, General?
Tomorrow night, live and uncensored.
Tomorrow night, live and uncut.
If y'all wanna meet me in person, I'll be in Oakland. I'll be stationed in Oakland soon for a few months. You can meet me at the 2351 San Pablo Street. That's where our hotel is at. That we doing construction work on now that you heard the young man talking about earlier. That's 2351 San Pablo, Oakland, California. Hope to see y'all there. All power to the people.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace and power, peace and light, family. We thank everyone for checking us out. We also thank for our special guests coming in the building. You know, it's an honor. I just want to say, fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear, false evidence appearing real. We must get rid of the fear. I think that's another key to us unifying. Yo, this is Vokal Dialect Podcast. We will see you guys back again next week. Don't forget to check out the General, and don't forget to stay tuned. Me and my brother will be dropping shorts all next week. You know, different things, current events. Yo, just check us out. We thank y'all again. Peace.